Oh! Fuck, man.
Got it done, eh? Got it done.
Wow.
16 weeks done.
Oh, man. It is fucking tough, isn't it?
It is.
It is tough.
Yeah, definitely. It was.
Have you had some time to reflect on, I guess, the last 16 weeks, the race itself? Not really?
Not so much. I haven't really thought about it too much. I've been pretty
Too much trauma?
Yeah, like really, honestly, yeah. I've been, I'm a bit disappointed, like.
Yeah, for sure.
With what I got. Yeah. I think, like I've kind of just left it at that. I haven't really thought too much about it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, I guess before you go into it, you know, what was the plan initially going into the 16-week block, and maybe just give some context prior to that.
Yeah. What
you've done, and then I guess the plan of attack for this block in that way.
Yeah. So I saw in one of the boys' stories that you were coaching them, and that's how I reached out to you. That's how I found you, because you were put on someone else's story, and so I was like, I never had a running coach before, and I never really done running. I just played soccer my whole life. And so I thought, when
just fit.
Yeah. Naturally, a little bit fit. Not really though. But when I was playing soccer at the end of the season, one of my clients, because I'm a PT as well, one of my clients mentioned that she was doing Queenstown Marathon. And I said that I wanted to do one, but I never really bit the board ticket. And so I was just like, screw it, I'll just buy a ticket. Didn't have any plan. Looked up, Runner. Did that for about 2 weeks, and I was like, okay, this is not really the go, just because I think I need something a bit more personalised.
Yep. That was in like September, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because the race was, when was the end of the year?
November.
November. Yeah. So it's actually sooner, because that block that you went into was about 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And I thought at that time when you came to me, I was like, fuck, this is a short block, not your standard, but I think the one thing that really gave me confidence in your ability was just that you got young legs, already pretty fit, and then just after those couple of sessions, I was like, yeah, he's definitely got the legs for it.
I saw after like 2 weeks on Runner, it was like, it kept moving my time down, just because I don't think you put in like what you want to get, it just gives you expected. And like after like 2 weeks, it was like 245 to 240. I was like, hold on a second, there's something fucking wrong here. That's why I was like, okay, I probably need some proper coaching.
We'll leave it to the next race.
And so that's when I reached out to you, and we did like a 10-week block, which we got the goal, sub 3 at Queenstown, which was
incredible,
pretty gnarly, with like 400 meters of elevation.
Yeah, it's a
390. So
point to point.
Yeah.
Debut. Probably one of the hilliest courses in New Zealand, Australia, but beautiful scenery. Do you think part of that as well was like just no real expectations, so you were just moving a little bit more freely? What was the difference between, I guess, that and going into this one? We'll just go into that and just what that expectation was.
So I just heard on the internet sub 3 was the goal. You know what I mean? Everyone talks about it, and I made it. It was kind of like, I know I run a bit, especially with soccer, and I was just like,
that sounds good.
I'm a PT, I should be able to do that, you know what I mean? That should be easy. And so that's really what I set the goal on. That's what I said to you straight away, and it was good when we spoke about it, and you were like, well, we need to put it in realistic terms, like this is a massive goal, and you've only got 10 weeks. And it made me like go, shit, okay, I actually need to work for this. So so it was like, there was expectation of trying to hit that sub 3, but I was going in blind. I didn't know what I was expecting. Like, especially with all the training runs, I hit all them pretty easily as well.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and then just
too easy.
It just the complete opposite for this block. But it just came good on race day, and I hadn't really practiced proper nutrition or anything, because I did that whole block on my own. Because the boys you were running with the Melbourne block was just out of time. And so I was just too far behind to catch up and do the same sort of running training with them. And so everything was on my own, all the little aid stations set up on my car at my Narrabeen Lakes. Which was sick, but it was actually, I mean, I loved doing it on my own as well, just because it was like a real challenge. not that I'm saying that this one wasn't a challenge, but it was a real challenge in terms of, you know, getting myself out the door, doing every long run, doing every short run on my own.
Yeah.
Whereas this block, I had the most fun out of any running I've ever done, just because you get to run with mates.
People.
And everything's fun. You talk shit the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so went to Queenstown, was there for a couple of days before, and then did the race, and it was like 2 degrees. It was a bit of a disaster. Yeah, I was supposed to warm up.
Yeah.
Supposed to warm up for 3Ks with some strides, and they have a 10, a 21, and a 10, 21, and a full marathon. And where they had everyone being picked up from was the exact same spot for every event. So it was a disaster. So they didn't have any buses coming through for any of the events.
Yeah.
I got there very early. I was one of the first people there, and I got to the start line 5 minutes before the race started.
Yeah.
I had just had a massive caffeinated drink.
Yeah.
Nearly shat myself on the way there. And I ran off the bus, ran to the toilet.
Yeah.
Went to the toilet, took I had jumper and trackies on. Took them off.
You nearly went straight into it, eh?
Literally threw my jacket and trackies on the ground because like it was a they were donating the stuff, and I was just like, well, I don't have a choice. So I'm gonna put myself back in. That wasn't a bad thing, but and then did like a little some like knees up, butt kicks, some glute bridges, and then I was like straight into the race. And then it hit pretty, like I was like, shit, okay. Emotions were quite high on the start of that race, and then for the first about 200 meters, and I was like, shit, okay, gotta get to work now. And for that one, like I felt pretty good. 21 Ks in, headphones died, so I had no headphones, so that was a bit of head noise. And then from there, it kind of just spaced out. Like you got people from like each town, so you start in Arrowtown and run down to Queenstown. But like in between, because it was a faster group of that sub 3 and there's not that many people to do the race. It was like so spread out. Like there was no one around. You could just hear maybe 3 people around you with footsteps. And that was it. And so so that was good. And then around 36 Ks, that's when like it really started to hit. You know, emotionally but physically as well. Cramps started to hit.
What was going through your head?
I kind of like my motivation is like negative talk, but in a good way. Like I just tell myself, stop being a bitch. You know what I mean? Stop being a pussy. Get it done. You didn't fucking travel this far. You didn't pay all this money just to get this shit done, or not get it done.
Not give it your best at least.
Exactly. And so, like I was trying to figure out if I had enough time to stop and stretch, and like I was like, oh yeah, I've got time. And then I looked at my watch again. I was like, no, I've got no time. So like I didn't have a choice. I just had to keep running. Tried to have a bit of cramp fix. That tasted like shit. And then ended up finishing the race and was pretty stoked. I got 2:58.
Debut.
And it was definitely one to remember, and partied in Queenstown after that.
So you probably couldn't have asked, other than obviously the warm up. Which probably, in looking back on it now, it also probably made it a very, you know, even more phenomenal effort that things didn't go to plan from the get-go, but you still managed to dig in. And when it got hard, I think probably your background and what you do and already doing, you know, football and PT, you get the nuances of like what happens when you try doing hard stuff, right? So, fuck man, debut last year.
Pretty good, hey, yeah.
So that was last year, and then you've just done the Ballarat Marathon, which end of April last weekend. You went into that, so you had Christmas break, time to kind of refresh and allow the body to recalibrate. But you started the block January. Obviously all the boys were there, everyone's doing the same course. Went straight deep into the marathon as well. What was the mindset there now that you'd done already, you know, you'd ticked the sub 3? What was the headspace for the next marathon?
I love that block. Like the first one was like so much fun that I didn't give myself, I think, a big break before I started like running again, but also I was straight into the mindset of, okay, we're on the next block. And I think we started running together first before all the boys joined, because they were just having a bit of a break as well. But I was just ready to get straight into it, which I probably, in hindsight, should have given myself a bit more of a break. But yeah, like going into that, I was like, fuck, I want to see what I can really do. And so we set the goal. We set the goal as like sub 250. And then you know, like I said, every session was fun.
Yeah.
Like, it was
And
just
what's
running
for everyone out there? What's a 250 per kilometre pace?
That's 4:02.
4:02.
4:02. I think, or four flat or something like that.
Yeah, around there,
Yeah.
that 4 minute flat, which is, fuck, that's fast.
Yeah. I
that's
noticed
fast.
that. Yeah, and so that's 15 seconds faster per k.
Yeah.
And so I was feeling really good during the training block. Like the first 6 to 8 weeks felt really, really good.
Yeah.
Where we did a 5k time trial.
Yep.
And I did pretty well on that. You spoke to me about it, and we were like, okay, we can actually look to go a little bit faster.
Yep.
So I got 17 minutes flat on that.
Yep.
17:03.
Yep.
And that's when we were like, okay, maybe we can try and push a little bit lower than a sub 250.
Yep.
And push towards that 245. And so that was the goal. And so every session from then was quite hard. Like, obviously, the intensity was up and the paces were up.
Yeah.
And a sub 245 or a 245 would be a 355 per k.
Yeah.
And
So we've just lowered that by another 5 seconds.
about another 5
right?
seconds, yeah. And so those were like the times that we were put into for all of our training runs. The what are they called? The
Race sims.
race sims. And so the first one was 3x5, which I ran with Roe.
Yeah.
Which we went way below. We were on like 345s.
Yeah.
Just because he was pushing me in
Yeah.
his zone 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then second,
That was also an hour of easy. So you ran those 3x5s with fatigued legs.
Yeah, exactly. So I was pretty happy with that one.
Yeah. I would have been happy with that one as well, especially at that pace.
Yeah. So that was good. And then second one was 5x5s, and I think preparation just this block wasn't on point in terms of like sacrifices that needed to be made in terms of outside life. Like I wasn't drinking, I wasn't partying or anything, but I'd still do late nights.
Yeah.
Like just because I didn't want to lose the aspect of hanging out with my mates and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So
for sure.
social. So I still went out. I'd cut it shorter, but I still did that, and then got up at 4 a.m. or wherever to get to where we had to be.
Yeah.
And I wake up at 4 every day anyway for work. So
Yeah.
that I think took a toll on me as well.
Yeah.
5.5, 6 hours of sleep a night, every night for really the whole block. And so, yeah, I think the add up of that definitely added on to the fatigue. So when we got into that second race sim of 5x5, held the first 4 well, and then the last one just kind of died on.
Yeah.
And couldn't hold it. So we dropped down to like 440s, I think, for the last one or something.
Yeah.
It was really just trying to get the Ks in. And then the last race sim was, again, really on fatigue legs, and that was 3x10s.
Yeah.
And I think it was by the end of the second one or the last 10K,
Yeah.
I was just cooked.
Yeah.
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 And so it was good timing for the taper. But I think the extra things that I should have, the 1%ers were the things that I need to really focus on in order to not burn out, because I think that's what happened during this block.
Yeah, for sure. But look, as well as that, like, whilst those 1%ers, and you know, you've obviously, you've already in detail had a really good think about the things that you could have improved and what needs working on. But I think also you just got to give yourself credit, because, like, compared to your first initial block of 10 weeks, 16 weeks, regardless of whether you're running a half or a marathon, 16 weeks of fucking effort. Like, week to week, you're pushing your body to faster times, the load was longer, and you're still, you know, trying to balance life. Like, it's a lot to ask of someone to try and figure it out over effectively 13 weeks, because the last 3 would taper and race week, right?
Yeah.
So huge learning curve, I think, for you, man. And you know, you still came away. I know it's not what you wanted, not what I wanted for you.
Yeah.
But you still did a sub 3.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
But I get what you mean. Like, you know, it's you totally understand where things could have improved and be better on. And you know, this is why we do it, right? Effectively, is just that we do these things, and it's got to take risks, but also sometimes, like, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
Right, and you can't fucking beat yourself up, man. Like, you know, I went into that block personally, you know, committing a month out from the arrival of my second boy, right? Knowing full too well that I was probably going to risk losing a lot of mileage and work. And I think it was, for me, I probably would have just, the old me probably would have just given up or stopped completely, but you know, I took that back and you know dropped down to the half.
And got a sub 130 half.
But like we learn, right?
Yeah.
And I think as you progress in the running journey and your evolution of who you are as an endurance athlete, each race you're just going to figure yourself out even more, and not just from a physical level. I think what works for you and trying to get that, so to speak, balance with work life.
Yeah.
The marathon requires a lot more consistency and diligency, right? It's, you know, when you're doing the half to the marathon, not taking any away from the efforts of what a half requires, but they're two different sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you know, right? It's marathon, especially when you're trying to run at that pace, there's not much room for discrepancy. Like literally, you can have one session and you fucking tear, or you know. So the fact that you pushed on and still was able to get to the start line, pushing those paces, and then to run what you did, I personally think it was a fucking phenomenal effort.
Yeah, no, I was happy. I nearly DNF'd, I'll tell you that. I was like, when that first cramp hit, I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm done.
Yeah. And what was so for everyone out there, the race in Ballarat, both the half and the marathon start at the same time, which is at 8 o'clock. Yeah. And Ballarat's generally pretty cool. You know, I'd probably say one of the best conditions I would say I've run in, but it does get windy. And that day, it overly got windier as the race got on. So the half marathon runners, fucking, you know, were in pretty good conditions, but the back half, I could tell, even when we finished, I was like, oh man, this is picked up. So anyone who's going back out there, the lake gets really windy, and then you also have to, you know, go past the 1 kilometre, I'd probably even say 1.5 kilometre incline at the halfway mark. So
that was brutal. I didn't think it'd be so. Because we started at the line. For the first,
which is an incline.
Yeah. The second lap coming around was brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. Absolutely horrible. Yeah.
And what was the the pain points or the challenges of that race? You'd obviously went out with the 250 at the halfway point, or give us a really, I guess, your insight and breakdown of the race.
Yeah, so we actually started okay. Like I was pretty happy. We were holding like 3:59, 4:02 for the full first half. And we were just sitting back from the 250 paces. Yeah. And I felt really good. Like I was talking to the boys that I was running with, you know, laughing, chatting a little bit. Yeah. Trying to chat when you're running at a 4-minute pace, you know what I mean? Yeah. But felt really good, and like I knew that, I don't know, I felt something, and I was just like, okay, this is gonna be a little bit harder this second half.
Yeah.
And so broke off from the boys a tiny bit, just as we were coming through the first lap. Yeah. And then as I came through, I kept that pace up the hill, and I think that might have just gotten me a little bit, or my hammies just started to get cooked, because I took on about 9 gels, and I tried to take on about 8 tablets as well, sodium tablets. Yeah. And it just wasn't enough. So when I got up that hill, it was okay. We were holding like 405s to about 30 Ks. Yeah. And I had a cramp fix, and it just didn't work. And then as soon as I hit 32, my hammy just like went, and I was just like, I had to stop.
It's hard to come back from it, isn't it?
God, it's brutal. And so I had to stop, had to stretch it out, and then it just happened about 4 or 5 more times. I just had to keep stopping.
Once it starts, like you nearly need to like jug down like a bottle of vinegar. To get it down.
That cramp fix nearly made me throw up. It was so bad, so bad.
When the last time I ran and gave it my all for the marathon, I was getting cramp. I don't know about you, but I was getting it in places that I never thought I could get cramp, bro. At one point, I was like legs wide out, trying to stretch, and I was like, this is fucking not, there better not be any kids around, man. This is not
spread eagle.
Yeah, literally, bro.
No, I got the same thing. It was here on my
all
quad.
the way in here.
Yeah, it was whenever I tried to stretch my hammy out, my quad would go, and then the opposite.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So 35 Ks hit, and cramps were hitting hard, and like I couldn't pick up a pace faster than 440.
Yeah.
And that was pretty heartbreaking. Like I was just like, I'm done. One of the boys, he left me.
Yep.
Guys left me, and so he didn't leave me. Sorry, he just held the pace. Yeah, he just held the pace, and I just slowly started getting further and further away from him.
Yeah.
And the 250 pace group, they were well gone.
Yeah.
And then I hear these fucking footsteps, and I'm like, shit. The 3-hour pace group is coming up behind me, and I was like, all right, I got to get out of here. So I started to pick it up.
So at that point, let's talk on that. At that point, you've probably, you can probably see now physically that you're restricted with your performance because of cramps, right? So are you in survival mode, or are you just like, fuck, okay, what are we doing now? Are we going to just try and obviously, at least do a sub 3, and then like, what's going through your head at that point?
Honestly, I was like, why the fuck did I sign up for this shit? I was like, I'm never doing this shit again.
Fuck. I know that feeling, man.
But yeah, no, I was like, it was like survival mode. I was like, shit, okay, well, I just want to hold on.
What would Shano do?
Yeah, what would Yeah, no injury, nothing.
Yeah.
Nah, it was, I was just, wasn't too emotional yet, just because I was like, there weren't too many people around, and I was like, okay, this fucking hurts. Like, this is just pissing me off now. And I just want to get it done. So I was just like holding on as much as I could. Every time I nearly started cramping, I had to grab water, stopped at one of the aid stations and just chugged the electrolytes. But by then, like half the things you drink just taste terrible.
Yeah.
And so I tried to get as much as I could down, and then I was just like, fuck it, let's just get it done. And so I started to push and was holding 440s.
Yeah.
And I reckon cramps are definitely a mental thing as well.
Yeah.
Just because as soon as people I sort of came to that last couple of Ks, and the crowd starts to get quite loud. That's when
push through it.
Yeah, that's when you can push through it, I reckon.
Yeah.
So I got down to like a 4, I don't know, it was a 410 or a 415 for the last K.
Yeah.
Down the hill and then all the way back up. And I didn't realise you boys were there screaming at me, but that was I saw my watch. I was like, I'm not fucking getting slower than sub 3. There's no way. And then I was just like, okay, I've got to sprint. So I went around the corner, last corner. And I just had to leg it, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm on. And on my watch, I had about 15 seconds, but I got there with only 3 seconds. Yeah. So it was 2:59:57. So I got there by the
perfectly paced sub 3, man.
Yeah, that's what we're going for.
Perfectly paced.
We should have just changed that to sub 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then as soon as I finished, I was just like, actually, to be fair, when I was running down the hill, that's when it got a little bit more emotional. I was just like I was still proud. Like I'd just done a run of 16 weeks of a lot of training and a lot of sacrifices in terms of, like, I'm 23, not many 23-year-olds stop drinking or do thing. And
your boys going out drinking and fucking, doing their what was it, the pre-season,
Pre-season, all my mates were doing like massive scavenger hunts in the city and stuff, like that, fun stuff. And so, like, I know it's not that big of a deal, but like for me, in the last block, I found the person that I want to be was someone that came out of that block. And so that's why I love a training block, because it's
you flesh out shit, right?
100%. The discipline, just putting in an effort into something, you know what I mean? I've always like played sport in my life, but I've never done anything to like just put my fucking all into it.
Well, I guess with like football, it's a team sport, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a lot of factors that you can't control, but endurance really, like when it boils down to it, yes, you're part of a team, hopefully, and you've got someone there to support or others. But you do take away a lot of things that hopefully it translates to other parts of your life. And I think you being a PT, do you think there are parts of that block that you can just be like,
100%.
You know what, this is what happened, like I can really genuinely say that if you stick to X, Y, and the processes of what, it'll also translate to what you're doing, and
100%.
It's effectively like it's just a great way, an analogy for other things you can do, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing was fucking don't skip your strength training.
For sure.
I definitely skipped out on that just because I was just so fatigued during the weeks, and like any time I had a bit of a break during the middle of the day, because I ran in the middle of the day just because of work. I was just like, fuck this, I'm going to have a nap. Because I'd be up at 4 and I work 4 till about 10, and then run during the middle of the day, and then back at work at about 4 till about 7:30.
Fuck, it's tough.
Yeah, just the split shifts are a bit hard, eh?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
That's when I was just like, I just kind of skimmed out on it and just slowly started to not do any strength training.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the most natural thing to do. Is like, I need the Ks. The whole mindset's like, I need the Ks, and then other things start getting sacrificed as well. But look, again, you live and learn. And we're a few days now after the race. Your body's obviously healing. It's going to take a good 2-3 weeks before you recalibrate back to being 100%. I know you've got High Rocks in July with your PT and gym, which should be pretty exciting. For you, we haven't spoken about this, but in your head, have you got something that you'd love to now get your teeth stuck into? Like,
I was very certain I'm not doing anything else. I was like, I'm done. But that was mid-race, so after, I think the biggest thing was watching that London Marathon. That sparked some fucking energy. And I definitely am keen to do another marathon, but I'm just trying to figure out where and when to do it. I've put my name down for London next year.
Sick.
If I get into that. The goal of this marathon was to qualify for a fast time, so I don't have to worry about a ballot. But that wasn't the case. So yeah, if I get into London, I'll definitely do that. And I think.
Have you qualified for Boston?
No, you got to be 250.
255.
255. Yeah. I know.
That's brutal, man.
I know. So that was fucking annoying. But no, I definitely want to do.
Major.
I want to do a major just because I want to see the energy. I think it's very different. But I want to do a fast
half
at the end of the year. I reckon maybe even Melbourne.
Yeah, well, I think Melbourne's going to be on the cards for sure. Kipchoge's coming.
Yeah, may as well.
There's going to be, I'd be pushing for probably a half, something fun, like keep it. You still want to train well and do well, but like
10Ks and a half maybe. 10K and a fast 10, maybe like a go for a fast one.
Yeah, and then because as you know, like another going straight to me. And to be fair, like I think if you're going to do another one, you probably want to have some confidence of a couple of races under your belt, some quicker, shorter ones where you know that like, right, I'm prepping well, kind of like with a periodized block, right? You just get 5-10K and then you go, fuck, okay, I'm ready for the big one now. I mean, there's a reason why the elites only do 2 in the year, because it takes such a toll on the body.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's exciting, man. Like, fuck, an international would always be so exciting.
I think
sick.
Yeah, I think if I'm going to do another marathon, I want to fucking smash it out of the park. I don't want to go in and just get a sub. Like, it's an amazing goal. Yeah. But for me, I want to go like sub 245. If I was going I want to fucking kill that. Like, I don't. That pissed me off a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I was to do another one, I want to like train properly. Like, whether that's a train up for a 10, train up for a half, and then do like a proper 4-month block for a marathon, but already have 3 months of 100K rate, have 100, 120K weeks.
Well, probably this is like, if you're looking at races for next, like what you're just saying, the majors, you could look at all the ones that, you can still get into them through charity and whatnot. But I think leading into, for the rest of the year, I don't think a marathon is probably the go, but it's not to say that you couldn't smack another fast one out. But I think, like you said, after those 2, now you want to go, right, let's really give it a belt and make sure that fucking everything's all ironed out going into it. It's not,
for me, it's not just about jumping into the next marathon now. Like, if I'm going to do one, I want to fucking smash it. Yeah. And so I think that would be the goal. Obviously, take a bit more time, think about it, be smart with it, and actually set some proper goals. Not proper goals, but in terms of how can I actually
structure
there.
Not just like, I'll do that race, and then not actually thinking, that's not actually benefiting
the
marathon.
Exactly.
There's some strategy behind it.
And how not to burn out as well. Like, I think that's a big thing in terms of
juggling everything.
Juggling everything in life. And I just want to fucking put some work in, but over a long period of time.
Well, fuck, you deserve to have a bit of fun after that, man. It's not normal. Like, none of us are professional athletes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not yet for someone like you, but like, I think it's really important to have downtime and not just resting, but like to get back and do some social things with friends and things that you probably missed out on between now and then. And obviously, there's between now and then, you've got 6 months, and if it means that you do a half marathon or 10K, still have some fun, still able to have a few drinks, catch up with mates, and then go, fuck it, like after Christmas, let's lock in, and then something around here for next year. But we can talk about that. I think your mindset's in the right place. And no doubt, bro, you're gonna, like, just knowing you, and it's been a fucking absolute pleasure, just knowing you and your processes and how you approach things. You're just gonna get fucking 120% and smack it out of the park.
Yeah. I think that's the play.
Yeah.
What about you? You got plans for events?
I think I'll do GC. I'll go. Yeah.
Do the full.
Yeah. I think that actually gave me confidence. I've actually been speaking to my coach. So the coach has a coach.
He's got time for you.
We've spoken already about what the next 9 weeks is going to look like.
Sick.
And it's really just to make sure that consistency is the biggest thing for me. I think if I don't get consistency, I've got no chance. And definitely over the last probably 4 weeks, it wasn't as consistent as I would have loved. Because you've got to give the marathon the respect, man. If you don't, it's going to fucking find you out
100%,
real quick. Do GC, and then after GC, I think I want to go up to Melbourne, whether I race or not. I probably want to go up there and just have more of an athlete focus and just make sure that everyone's catered for that. And then, no other real plans, to be honest, man. Like, just take it at a time. See how I pull up after GC. I might get another 3 hours and 20 seconds and have to go.
Is that what you got last time? Fuck.
Oh, fuck. I've had it like... Anyway. It's, the PTSD from that. But we'll see how GC goes. And then, probably as with you, man, I just need a bit of a rest personally with my own running and just do it more casually. But no doubt it'll be fucking busy with the rest of the block for others, because there's a lot of others in training on that. So, man, just no real plans and see how we go.
Are a few of the boys going to do Melb?
Man, I've barely spoken to everyone. Everyone's just kind of like, my quads are still...
everyone's done,
I can't even walk downstairs. It's like the hype is there straight after, but then, once the pain and that sits in and they remember how hard the block was, they're like, I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with my life first.
True, it's fair enough.
But there's a lot of the guys doing GC. There's a massive contingent. Some already in the block. Who didn't go to Ballarat, and then there's been a few that have wanted to come in and are trying to do a 9-week block, which I think for them it's just then, look, I think just go there for the experience rather than
100%.
Try and have too many expectations out of it. But
there's a 9-week block with a 2 or 3 week taper, right? It's a 6-week block, 7.
I think there's bigger, like you do that and then it's just like, look, go in there, no expectations. Let's just 100%. Have fun and just see where the body lands, right?
Have fun for 3.5 hours, whatever it is.
It's definitely not that pace. But then in saying that, like, the longer you go, the harder it is.
That's what I mean.
It's fucking hard. Well, Dotty, bro, it's been fucking absolute pleasure, man. Awesome. You got any last messages? And maybe for someone who, like yourself, has never raced or done a half marathon, 10K, whatever race distance it is, what's something that you would say to someone who's keen to give it a crack but probably hasn't had the courage to just sign up yet?
I think it's just honestly you just got to start. You just start somewhere, whether that's putting your shoes on and going for a walk or doing a walk jog, whether that's 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. It makes such a difference and it brings a lot of people together. I would never have met any of the boys that I've met. Including the GC boys, who I fucking love them, and I've only talked to them from one weekend away. I would have never done any of that without running. So I think it's pretty awesome in terms of what it can do mentally and physically. But also I'm in the connections and best shape of my life, and I'm fucking loving it,
man.
I'm loving it.
23 young, man. You got, bro, I wish I was 23. Well, actually, no, I don't, because that version of me, there was
not a runner, eh?
Definitely not a runner.
Partier, No, but I appreciate absolutely everything you've done for me, and
appreciate
In terms of coaching, obviously, if people hear this, like, I've never had a coach and this was the best thing I've ever done. So it's made me realise what I can do, but also humbled me in terms of reaching my potential where it's not too out of reach and I just like completely lose faith. Like, I might have not hit my goal for that, but I know I fucking can. You know what I mean? And we've talked about that. I know that was just a fuck up on my end because I didn't either have enough sodium tablets or I didn't do enough strength training.
I don't think it was, again, back to that whole things you just learn, and sometimes you might see it as like a fuck up, but in essence it's like we've never done it before, so we actually don't know if that was the correct path or method, right?
Exactly.
I think you just got to give yourself a bit more credit, man. You fucking you've ticked so many boxes to get there, and you position yourself to run as best as you can on the day, right? But you had fun, post, pre, everything in between, and there's it's bloody bright future ahead of you, brother.
Yeah, no, bro, honestly, I appreciate everything. So
likewise.
Thank you so much. It's been
Awesome,
real.
bro.
It's been real. Now for a lap of